Welcome, fellow travelers. I'm Liniker, and I'm joining Chibi and Vertec at the Golden Feather. Come on in, grab a seat, and let's share tales of adventure.
And of course, we'll be discussing our one and only bard this week, Liniker.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Which, in case you folks didn't notice, because I noticed just about time to pop into the stream that he's rocking the Nova Ordum jersey.
Yeah.
That is some pride right there.
Yeah.
I love it. We need to get some golden feather like that.
I think we had like 30 or 40 orders for jerseys. So it's going to be fun to do Alpha 2 with people streaming using it, you know?
I love it. I love it a lot.
I'm a fan.
RNG topics. Yeah. Well, last week I said we were going to cover these things and we never got past the first discussion topic theme. So that's why I said, hopefully.
We started talking and then just didn't stop. We just ran with it.
So my burning question is, do you have anything planned for Alpha 2 guild-wise?
Oh, we have a lot planned. Like we are gonna do this like guild opening event that we're gonna do at the start of Alpha 2. We're gonna record that.
Nice.
And yeah, it's gonna be a big event that we are planning to do. We have tournaments that we want to start doing in Alpha 2 as well. We're gonna see like how the other guilds are in the server, what they want to do as well. We wanna get people together, making some fun events. And I mean, test everything as much as we can, giving feedback and all that. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. I think some of the most fun events are the community curated things that like we in the community come up with ourselves. I think those are the most fun events.
For sure, yeah.
Now, what do you think is going to be the biggest thing that you're going to drive testing for the guild as a whole? You're going to be like, if we don't find, break, and or fix everything in this one system, you're all fired.
I mean, I'd say like the main thing is castle sieges, castle nodes, the 3 military nodes around the castle, the leveling process, like those siege caravans that go on, like everything related to castles. We're gonna be testing a lot because that's our main goal. And so if there's issues, if there's anything, we want to find it, we want to report it. We want the system to be as good as it can for launch. Basically, I think that's the main goal that we'll be thinking about.
That's fair. Raka, welcome in. Seven stream streak. Nice.
Hey, Raka. Thank you for popping in so very often.
Penumbral says, how can anyone plan to do anything in A2 when we don't even know the agenda? This day might be naval combat and that day might be node siege. Can you really play in Alpha 2? I think honestly, given Alpha 1, there will probably be lots of downtime between planned testing, and I think in that downtime there's probably going to be a lot of opportunity for like what Liniker mentioned, which is the community created or curated events. So
yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I think they might want to go the same thing that they did in Alpha 1. I mean, there's some people that told me, and they have this idea that maybe Alpha 2 is not gonna be like open, like they're gonna do oriented testing. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because even in Alpha 1, that it was a very specific testing system. It was basically open. You could do whatever you wanted. I think they're gonna follow that route for Alpha 2, and maybe if they want to do some specific testing, they might like do what they did with sieges. They might open a second server, have people being leveled on that server, testing a specific system, and then closing it and going back to the persistent server. That's how I envision it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Well, we can totally bring that up later. We're here to talk about you. I was about to get in the weeds with that. Like, well, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. All right, so biomes. What do you think if you had your choice and the guild had its choice, or however you guys are going to be choosing it? Where would your ideal biome be for the guild? What type of biome? Even if we haven't seen it yet, what would the area look
Mm.
like for Nova Ordum's home?
Oh, that's difficult. I mean, I have my personal like what I like the most. I mean, I don't really like desert zones and like jungle and swamp zones. Those are my least favorites. I like mountains. I like even some parts of the riverlands I really enjoy. But what what I would prefer mainly would be like a zone or a biome that has the most activity. Like I like seeing people playing around, people guilds and some competition going on, walking in the town and like noticing that it's full of people. That's my main thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would choose like the most popular place basically. And even because like since we as a guild we want to be able to like have some good accomplishments and achievements within the game, we would go for like the most, let's say, competitive place where all the guilds like are trying to get the castle in that region and things like that.
Mhm.
So that would be the main thing. But if I had to choose like purely based on the biome, I'd say maybe like the how do they call it, like the tabletop mountains, because the art of that place, it looks really nice for me.
Okay. Cool. So
Nice.
the only extreme you're really looking for is lots of people. Like no super cold, no super like desert, no super wet like
Yeah.
rainforest. Just a nice
Yeah, I'd
medium
say so.
and
Yeah.
everybody living there.
Yeah, I like playing an MMO and feeling that I'm playing an actual MMO, like with hundreds of people walking around.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Strauss actually asked the perfect question, which I feel like for those of you that haven't met Liniker before, Strauss says, I haven't decided to make a stream guild or join a larger community guild. How about you all? So, Liniker, for those that don't know about you, tell us about Nova Ordum.
Yeah, so we are mainly the first Brazilian guild that really started popping up with activity and translations and recruiting and building up our community. We are going for a large guild because we are planning on doing castle sieges, which
Mhm.
will require like a lot of people for those. I think they're set at 250 versus 250, but they could go up to 500. We're still working on that. But yeah, so since we are going for sieges, we are planning on building a large guild. Uh, for now, the plan is 2 guilds. So we're gonna have
Okay.
the more competitive guilds where we'll have like higher requirements to be part of, and the secondary guild like for people that don't want to commit enough to be in the main one. But we are not gonna be opening more than that because I'm not really a big fan of like massive large organizations and in guilds and communities. I think that starts taking a little bit away of the competition within
Yeah.
the game. Yeah. But yeah, we're a large guild. We're trying to do things a bit differently, because usually when people think about large guilds, people think about zergs, and we are trying to go the opposite route. Like
Mhm.
every single one of our players have a group, a static group, um, within a static raid and all that. So we are really pushing organization first, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That's awesome. As for Vertec and I, we don't really discuss it too much, but we are both a part of the Nexus Guild. But as the Golden Feather, as an entity, we tend to stay rather neutral. But our guild is intending on being a little bit more on the small and intimate side, I believe, to medium.
Yeah. We thought about doing the community-based guild, but to be honest, we're gonna have our hands full with the podcast and doing the streaming thing, and
Yeah.
also trying to get a website going too. So that's gonna take some time and all of that going. We have big
Yeah.
plans for the website.
We do. So
We will have zero time to run a guild.
exactly. And I have a lot of things that are intended once we get more free time with the Golden Feather and the content that we're making. So that alone will be taking more of my time. I cannot imagine being both a content creator kind of full time and a guild leader. Like that sounds like a lot, but also very fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it personally because I'm not very good at like always staying on top of everything with like leading stuff. I'm like, I'm happy to be like over here and like harvesting stuff, but not being a guild leader.
No,
It's a
for
lot of
sure.
work.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've always said this, because the main reason why I started making content, I started doing YouTube videos, was mainly because I was trying to explain things to people, and
Yeah.
we didn't had anything I mean, we had the wiki that we are
Mhm.
still working on those translations, but it's a bit hard. I wanted like video content, quick content that I could just share a link instead of having to explain something like many times over to different people. So since we didn't had those, and we had some Portuguese content, but it was very general, it wasn't very specific. So I mainly started doing videos like for sending links to my own guild members and all that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it. It's a nice hobby, especially now that the game isn't out yet. Then I had some fun streaming during Alpha 2 as well, but yeah,
Nice.
for me, like guild will come first, and that might like push back my content creation a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna see. I think it's fun, and since like I work from home, so I have a lot of spare time that I can do. Even when I'm working, I can edit and stuff like that, and I can play. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see if I can manage or not.
Right.
No,
Sorry, I'm trying to moderate this.
yeah, I was gonna say with all the
Ah,
best and cheapest viewers, no, thank you.
yeah, I'm trying to moderate it, but this version is not giving me my mod tools. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Sorry.
Shield
bad.
load.
My bad. I thought that was the button for
All right, we are going to ban that
Thank you. Thank you. We forgive it. Thank you. I'm like,
one.
I'm not used to there being a shield mode. I was looking for the mod stuff.
Yeah,
Where's
the mod icons.
Yeah, it's not on this pop-out version, I guess. Rude.
But yeah, with all
I
the comments, I'm
apologize,
guessing
guys.
a lot of these are from Nova Ordum. So thank you folks for popping in. Much appreciated. And I
Yes.
do love the comment from I'm gonna shoot a guess at the name, but I'm probably gonna murder it, and that is Okami. Who I be our from? Rocket has no reverse. I love it. Once it takes off, it just keeps going up.
I hope Twitch doesn't implement ban all chat button. Oh yes, please, dear Lord, don't do that. We all know I might accidentally hit that one.
We'd find it. We'd find it. One of us.
Oh yeah.